Hello everyone, this video is going to be a basic idea of a financial plan, where I'm not going to say this is going to work for you, it barely works for me, but basically the idea is if you make at least $14 to $15 an hour, where I believe that's at least minimum wage in most places in the United States. A strategy, what I like to call, is save $50 a week for as long as you can. And when you reach $1,000, then think about investments, savings accounts, and all that. But if you make less than $14, $15 an hour, I suggest doing $20 a week. I know that's not going to grow as fast as $50 a week, but plainly, you still need to put food on the table and not feel miserable. Another thing I suggest you doing is, especially with gas prices, do the math on how far you can walk. What I mean by that is that, for example, can you walk a mile comfortably? If you can do that, can you walk 2 miles comfortably? If you can do that, can you walk 3 miles comfortably? Okay. If you could do that with a backpack and a water bottle, and if you live within 3 miles of where you need to go, for example, a post office, downtown area, where I live in the middle of buttfuck nowhere, and I still can make it work. Where, yes, it is a decent walk, I'm not going to say it isn't, but plainly, I can get a lot of my errands done by foot, if I absolutely have to. And, well, do the math in your head if it would be cheaper to find parking and try to do all of that with a car, where you're spending at least $4.50 a gallon. Or if you can walk that distance, think about walking that distance if it is safe for you to do so. Another financial tip is to buy in bulk. I know certain people say it's not technically a good idea, but plainly, having the security of having an idea of what you're going to have for dinner tomorrow is going to help your instinct to not go to Burger King, McDonald's, Wendy's, or fast food every other day of the week. Also, with fast food and with soda, you don't need to diet on a financial plan. You don't. It's a good idea to do that because it can help, and budgeting does make your diet plan feasible, but it's not completely necessary. And also the fact that no-name brand soda still tastes decently similar to Coke or Pepsi, no matter what anyone else says. Where Sam's Cola, I don't know the Target brand, but basically, if you want to drink soda, that's fine. Just go for no-name brand and no-name brand or generic brand in the store you can, the grocery store at. Another thing I'd suggest you to do is, what else? Oh yeah, limit how far you go unless you have to for work, school, etc., or you just mentally have to get out of the house. Because I can understand that feeling. But besides that, I feel like this video is getting a bit long, but overall, save at least $20 to $50 a week, if you can. Then, when you have $1,000, put the rest into savings, investments, or stuff like that. Where, even though, yes, $1,000 might not be enough to afford rent, if you're by yourself, most of the time, you're not by yourself, you're with others. So, $1,000 will get you some financial security, where you'll at least be able to afford a possible fix on your car and all that. But besides that, well, I hope this information is helpful, and, well, have a wonderful day and a wonderful night.